Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the latest controversy surrounding Australia's largest airline, Qantas. The airline has just agreed to a massive payout of Australian $100 million over the so-called ghost flights scandal, where tickets were sold for flights that had already been cancelled. We'll be breaking down the details of the case, the compensation plan for affected passengers, and what this means for Qantas as they work to rebuild trust with their customers. Stay tuned for the full story.
Like, subscribe, and share.
The sponsor of today's video is Intuitive.me, boosting both your personal development and business consultancy. Find out more by clicking the link in the description. Australia's largest airline, Qantas, has agreed to pay a penalty of Australian $100 million to settle a legal case that accuses the company of selling tickets for flights that had already been cancelled. This settlement comes as part of a deal with the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, or ACCC. In addition to the penalty, Qantas has committed to a compensation plan worth up to Australian $20 million for the affected passengers. Qantas's chief executive, Vanessa Hudson, remarked that this move is an important step toward restoring confidence in the national carrier. She emphasized that the airline is committed to making things right with its customers. The so-called ghost flight case, initiated by the ACCC in August, claims that in some instances, Qantas had been selling tickets for flights that had been cancelled weeks prior. The agreement between Qantas and the ACCC will still need approval from the Federal Court of Australia. Under the proposed plan, passengers who purchased tickets for flights that had been cancelled for 2 or more days will be entitled to compensation. Those affected are expected to receive Australian $225 for domestic flights and Australian $450 for international flights. When flying resumed after the COVID shutdown, we recognize Qantas let down customers, said Ms. Hudson, who has prioritized restoring the airline's reputation since taking over leadership last year. She added that the company has revamped its internal processes and invested in new technology to prevent this issue from happening again. ACCC Chair Gina Cass-Gottlieb commented, "We are pleased to have secured these admissions by Qantas that it misled its customers and its agreement that a very significant penalty is required." Qantas has faced multiple scandals and legal issues in recent years, particularly during the leadership transition to Ms. Hudson. Her predecessor, Alan Joyce, led Qantas through turbulent times, including the financial crisis of 2008, the pandemic, and record fuel prices. However, by the time he stepped down in 2023, Qantas was facing increasing public dissatisfaction due to high airfares, widespread delays and cancellations, and labor disputes. What do you think? Will Qantas's compensation plan be enough to restore customer confidence, or does the airline need to take additional steps? Let us know in the comments after liking this video.